Okay, so you just got your real estate license, maybe you even watched my video about choosing the best real estate brokerage for you, and you've narrowed it down to eXp and Keller Williams. How do you choose? Which one is better? I'll be answering those questions, helping you narrow it down and showing you the differences between the two companies in today's video. Okay, so why compare these two companies and why have you probably narrowed it down to these two? Well, it's because these are two of the biggest players in the real estate brokerage industry. Keller Williams has been around longer, and Gary Keller started it back in the 80s. And they certainly have a great track record. They have a great training program. They're very well known. And Glenn Sanford, the founder of eXp Realty, actually used to be a Keller Williams agent. He had an 8-figure business, he had a big team, and he ran it with Keller Williams. He then left in 2009, 2010, 2011, somewhere around there, and he started eXp Realty, and they've really taken the market by storm. And here's the differences between the companies. For starters, Keller Williams, or KW for short, very traditional brick and mortar offices, just like most brokerages these days. When you join Keller Williams, you join a specific market center that's local to your area. And you can go and you can work at the office. They have community space. They have all kinds of different luncheons, different trainings, and different meetings that you can go to. And you can also get your own private space at the market center, but of course, you're gonna have to pay for that. eXp couldn't be more different. When you join, it's 100% virtual. They don't have any brick and mortar offices. And when you join, you're gonna get access to what's called eXp World. This is basically their virtual office. You're gonna sign up, log in, and create your own avatar, your digital person basically. And then you're gonna log in and you're gonna just walk around this community, this eXp World, and talk to different people who are actual agents, actual real people who are online at the same time as you and are trying to meet people, ask questions, go to a training, things like that. Now, they're two very different approaches, but honestly, they serve the same purpose. It's really just gonna be depending on what you prefer and what your preferences are, whether you want to go virtual or whether you want to be in person. Now let's talk about the training. Keller Williams is very well known for their training programs. They have great programs like Ignite that can get a brand new agent to 20 deals a year very quickly, and it's proven to work. They also have programs like Bold, where they can take an agent that's doing 300 deals and get them to 500 deals. And so they have great training programs. They're very well thought through, and they're taught by some of the best agents in the company. eXp, everything as you would expect, is virtual, and they have over 70 hours of live and on-demand training, and each Sunday night a schedule comes out, and then you can plan your week around what trainings you want to attend. Now, what's cool about it being virtual, you're gonna be learning from some of the top agents, not just local to you, but actually in the company as a whole. Some of the top agents are gonna be teaching you, and with it being all virtual, you have the benefit of learning from some of the best agents around the country, not just the ones that are local to your area. Now, while this is drastically different from eXp's training model, Keller Williams actually during the shutdown had to switch 100% virtual anyway. And in my opinion, if you were an eXp agent at that time, you probably had a bit of a leg up because you were already used to working 100% virtual. And both Keller Williams and eXp have big companies, big seminars throughout the year that you can attend and learn from each other, network, and really just have a big party. Now, that's great and all, but how about training for new agents? Now, both companies focus a lot on helping the new agents succeed, because if the new agents don't succeed, well, their business is probably gonna not do so well either. Keller Williams has a program called Leap, which basically means you get a personal mentor, which you pay for, of course, 10% extra out of your commissions per month, but they're gonna walk you through your first, I think it's either 3 or 5 transactions, and they're gonna help you write the contract, they're gonna help you negotiate, they're gonna help you get through everything, which I know you might be thinking,
why would I pay 10% of my money in addition to all the other fees I'm gonna have to pay?
Well, it's because the faster you learn and can get on your own 2 feet, the faster you're gonna make real money. And if that means you gotta sacrifice a bit of extra money up front, it might be worth it in the long term. And eXp is very similar. When you sign up, you're gonna get assigned an agent that's local to you in your area to be your mentor, and you're gonna be paying, I believe from my research, a 60-40 split at that point, which is gonna be 20% more than the usual split. But again, if it helps you get up and running and making money faster, it's worth it. And what about technology and resources? Well, Keller Williams, as you may have heard, has been very vocal about them becoming a technology company. They've built a ton of really top-notch software. They've actually built their own CRM, or client resource management system, which will basically allow you as an agent and also the client to simultaneously track the transaction. How this works with the agent is the agent's putting in all the information, is tracking it all in a system, very streamlined, and then they're actually able to connect to an account that the client makes, and then the client is able to see exactly where the transaction's at and what to expect next. They've also built a system called Kelly, which is basically an AI system that's supposed to help you find houses and do other things like that. And eXp provides their agents with a really top-notch website from KV Core, which if agents were to go out on their own and pay for would cost them thousands of dollars a year. Okay, so let's talk about the money. Keller Williams has a cap system which varies based upon which market you're in and specifically which market center you join. But the typical cap, which is pretty common, is an $18,000 cap with a 70-30 split. 70% going to you, 30% to the market center. And all the cap means is that you have to pay this $18,000 to the market center, but once you've paid that within a 12-month period, you get to keep all of your commission 100%. And then of course your cap resets each year and you have to recap. On top of the $18,000 cap, you also have a $3,000 royalty paid to Keller Williams International. And this is an additional 6% that's taken out of your commission. Now you're also gonna be paying office fees, and these are gonna vary from market center to market center, but it's about $120 a month, and it's gonna cover things like E&O or errors and emissions insurance, different admin fees and stuff like that. And you probably thought that was it, but no, there's still one more fee, and that's a transaction fee, about $50 per transaction that you're gonna be paying to your market center. I know it's a lot of fees, but that's just the name of the game. So let's break it down. If you were to sell a $350,000 house and you got a 3% commission, you would earn total GCI or gross commission income $10,500. And after paying your 30% split to the market center, which would be $3,150, you're gonna be left with $7,350. But then you also have to pay that 6% royalty on top of that, which is gonna be another $441, leaving you with $6,909. And finally, that $50 transaction fee gets taken off and you're left with a net commission of $6,859. Now, eXp operates very similarly, but with some differences. So they're also gonna have a cap, but their cap is only gonna be $16,000. And it's also gonna be paid out in an 80-20 split, meaning you pay 20% to eXp and you keep 80% of each commission. So you're ultimately keeping more per check. And then they do have a $65 transaction fee, and from what I could learn, their office fees are around about $80. Are you kidding me right now? How long has that been down there for? Dang it. Not sure if the volume sounds a bit weird. For some reason, my microphone like flipped around when I wasn't looking at it, so that could have been what that was. But I fixed it, so we should be good. So this calculation should be a lot more simple. With a $350,000 house, you're still gonna get that 3% commission, $10,500. Everything's equal. So now after paying 20% or $2,100, you're left with $8,400. And then you take off that $65 transaction fee and you're left with $8,335. That's your net profit. And so the difference there is $1,476, which to me is substantial. Think about it to yourself. What can you do with an extra $1,500 per check? It's quite a bit. But eXp isn't done. They throw another curveball at us. And this is how it's gonna work. Stay with me. After you've paid this $16,000 cap, and you're capped, right? For your next 20 transactions, you're gonna pay a $250 transaction fee. That means $5,000. So after you've capped and you've sold those other additional 20 homes, you've now paid in a total of $21,000. But once you've done this, keep in mind it all has to be within a 12-month period. But once you've done this, eXp now dubs you an icon agent, which just sounds amazing, right? Everyone wants to be an icon agent. And what they're gonna do is they're actually gonna give you $16,000 in eXp stock, and you're awarded that. That's yours. It's gonna go into your brokerage account or however they give it to you, but you now have $60,000 in stock. Essentially, you just got your cap refunded to you, bringing down your actual cost from $21,000 to $5,000, assuming of course that you sell enough homes. I think that's pretty cool, but we're not done yet with the financial equation. I know you may have thought that was a lot of numbers, but just keep staying with me. Both companies really want agents to stay with them for the long haul, and so they have what they call profit share and revenue share. Keller Williams has profit share, eXp has revenue share. Now, what these are, they're basically just rewards for helping grow the company, and they work very similarly, but with one major difference. And this is basically how it works with both Keller Williams and with eXp. Essentially, if you help an agent join the company, you're gonna get that agent now in your downline. It's really like how an MLM works, if you're familiar with that, although I'm sure they don't want me comparing their companies to an MLM. And you can have up to 7 different levels on your downline. So even if you help someone join the company, and then they help someone join the company, and then they help someone join the company, and et cetera, you can really grow your downline this way. And based upon the level that someone is at on your downline will determine the percentage that you make off of each of their sales. Now keep in mind, these people aren't paying extra money to you. This money that you're getting from them is just coming from the market center directly via their caps and things like that. So Keller Williams does this and they term it profit share, because what happens is when you have all these people in your downline, assuming that they're making money, meaning they're selling homes, and this is key, and the market center that you are in is profitable. That means that you get a certain percentage of their sales paid to you from the market center. Now, what's really important is that not all market centers are profitable. And if you have an incredible downline and they're just selling things like crazy, but your market center is not profitable, well, that would be a situation in which you're not reaping the benefits of the profit share because the market center, which may not be in your control, is not profitable, and now you're suffering because of that. Now with eXp, they do revenue sharing, which is a bit different, as you've probably heard from the name. And it almost sounds like, honestly, this is what I think, is that Glenn Sanford left Keller Williams and was basically like, I like that, I like that, I like that, but I'm gonna make it a little bit better, because that's kind of what he's done across the board. Because they have the same 7-level system and everything, but the difference is you're not paid off the profit, you're paid off the total revenue from the company. So you're not getting paid because a market center that you're at's not profitable. And in my opinion, this is a much better way to do it. I've read reports from Keller Williams agents that have left to eXp, and they say that it's much better and that they actually make way more money with revenue sharing than with profit sharing. So how do you choose which brokerage is right for you? Well, this is where self-awareness comes in. You really need to know what kind of environment you're gonna thrive the most off of. If you want to be with a company that's been around a bit longer, has a great track record, and has brick and mortar offices that you can go to and meet people, then probably Keller Williams is the one for you. If you're intrigued with the revenue and stock options with eXp and you really like the idea of being 100% virtual, then probably go join eXp. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching. Make sure to click on this video right here, and I'll see you in the next video.